All right, Tuesday morning we're spreading ties today. I'll be going with the grapple truck. See, help this guy get on here. So it's going to be a good day. Trains at the mine loading. We've got some track time, and I know one thing. I go over there and help. Usually when I put my high rail truck, if somebody's back there telling me where to go, it's harder for me than if I do it by myself, actually. Getting those rear wheels lined up right. So anyway, we'll help Richard get on and head down track. We're gonna load some more ties on the truck first, though. I got a big load on. Be heading down here track in a few minutes. We whenever we have a railroad contractor out here working on the track, we always put a flagman with him. So it's my job today. I'm gonna be riding with Richard. If the contractor's working 15 or more feet away from the track, we typically do not put a flagman with them. Often they have radios, very often they have radios, but unless they're actually on the track, we don't put a flag. But we've put flagmen with people that are working on the track when trains are running for forever, ever since I can remember. So, and when trains aren't running, that's a different story. Then contractors can go out by themselves, no problem with that. It's just when trains are running, we put somebody with them.
We'll have to get Bill Russell down here to cut some more field, ain't you?
He was down here 3 weeks ago.
Oh, he was?
Did a lot of ditch work, yeah. I don't think he's coming. He's not coming back in our vacation shutdown, though. They've got too much other stuff going on.
He's dumping over on how many 1,000-ton of stone for us up there in the Clearfield area.
Okay.
He's got 3 of the ratchet cars of Foreman's.
Oh yeah.
And he's got his own boom, or his branch truck pulling them.
What are you doing up there in Clearfield?
They put in, I think, 20,000 ties up there.
Wow. We're putting in 2,400, you say?
We're putting in, yeah, down here.
Big job. Big job. How many ties we got on our truck today, Richard?
There should be somewhere 185, 190.
Wow. That's a whole tractor trailer load. 190 on a tractor trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comes from down there. Can't even think of their name.
Appalachian Timber.
Yeah, Appalachian.
Sutton, West Virginia.
Most of the other ones haul 200. Flat 200. Unless you tell them different, they send them in bundles of 25.
I know Appalachian Timber sells ties to New York City Transit.
Yeah.
They have an inspector from New York City Transit come in once a week or once every 2 weeks or so, and he inspects the ties, and they are very particular.
They're a high dollar.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but they're, you know, he inspects every tie and makes sure everyone's just right. We actually toured that plant a couple years ago, and that inspector was down there. He had a pile over here that he didn't particularly like, and he had a pile over here with perfect ties. So, yeah, I'm sure they are high dollar, but
Yes, they are.
I'm glad I'm not the tractor trailer driver hauling them to New York City.
They've got a big building up there in they was telling me where they build track panels.
Okay.
They put the ties down, they set the rail, and then they got jackhammers that drop down and drive the spike.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And when they bring them out there, they pick them up and they butt them up.
Uh-huh. Nice.
That's what they was telling me up there. And I've worked in New York City a couple times. They come out at night and do all their work.
Yeah.
Think he's got a tamper coming down this time?
I can't answer that. Don't know. I know John said he was out in Philadelphia working at night with a tamper, and the tamper kept jacking track every now and then.
Yeah.
Worked good, and it jacked, and then all of a sudden it jacked track. Here they figured out the headlights from cars coming in were going into that receiver and causing that tamper to jack track.
We had the same trouble with mud holes down in Baltimore. The sun reflecting off a mud hole.
Is that right?
And they went and got these big drinks, like you get extra large drinks.
Huh?
Took them and made an extra cone on it. That's a heck of a
I know
method.
when I'm always tamping west, and I know in the afternoons on some of the tangents, I was always very, very careful watching that jackling. That sun don't go in that receiver. You want that?
But you get you a couple of them big drinks, cut the bottom out, put it on there and tie it on. That's what that tamper operator, Keith Bluebaker, did that.
Okay. Well, if anybody figured it out, it'd be him, huh?
Yeah.
How's my buddy Lucky doing? I heard he was in the hospital.
He got to come home Sunday.
Great. He doing all right?
He said he's still sore. The doctor wanted him to stay another day, and he said he would rather be home. And the doctor said, now if you get sick, you got to come back.
Yeah.
He said, we're worried about infection and stuff in there.
Uh-huh.
And he said, okay. So I didn't call him last night.
I'll have to send him a text, see how he's doing. Okay.
But I called him about every day.
That's good.
Because I think the world of that man.
Yeah, he's a good man.
I told him when I was sick, I was going to go down and tell his wife a bunch of stories about him and the women on the job. He said, you're not welcome at my house.
Okay. What do we got? Okay. Very good. Well, we just we're down here at Curve 59. Just started spreading ties. We're heading west. So got some track time, a little bit of track time this morning. Train's still up there loading. So anyway, I'm just sitting here in the truck. It's nice. Richard is hold on. Yeah, okay. This is pretty cool. So the train just called me. He's ready to leave at the prep plant. I gave him a green block to Bridge 13. From Bridge 13 east, he has a red block. So we'll get these get this load off and go into the harbor and clear up. But that's good. All right, this is pretty cool. Yeah, it's nice, really nice for the ground. We used to have these trucks didn't have the remote system on them that he can control back there. I used to have to drive all the time for the Grapple truck operators when they spread ties or pick ties up or spread rail. And we had those old auto cars back then. They did. So that light will go out when he takes the remote off. But anyway, yeah, this is a little bit nicer. I did want to tell you, Richard, our grapple truck operator is 75 years old. And he loves it. He loves it. He's been a railroader all his life. He loves coming out and being on the railroad. He's an incredible, and what a great guy he is too. I know a lot of people want to know how this truck works. Said he's back there on the grapple controls, and he's got a box that he trams the grapple truck with back there. That box, and I don't know if it's an umbilical cord down to a controller on the transmission, truck transmission, or whether it's a radio signal. I don't know that part, but he is controlling the truck transmission. This is like any other high rail truck. You know, the wheels, the rubber wheels drive the truck on the tracks, and the same thing's happening here. It's just he's controlling the transmission through that remote box back there instead of the gear shifter. How about that? So yeah, it does this truck does not have a hydrostatic drive that drives the high rail wheels on it. So that's how that operates. Okay, great. Getting things done. Ha-ha! I will not be here when the tie gang comes in, though. We have a 2-week vacation. We got this week. I said I've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, and then next week I've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm sorry, Thursday and Friday, and then 2 weeks of vacation. So I am not working vacation shutdown this time. The tie gang will be in, and they've got a bunch of other stuff. And when I get back to work, I'll tell you everything that got done. It's a lot of work being planned. A lot of work being planned. That's awesome. Spending a lot of money on this track. A lot of money. And I love it. That is pretty neat. Backup camera. Bouncing around a little bit here. I hope that turns out okay. I want to tell you that this is pretty cool because Richard and I have been talking railroading all morning. That's pretty cool. And the neat thing is Richard has, like I said, he's 75 years old. He's been a railroader all his life. And you learn off of guys like that. And and he gets around, done a bunch of different jobs in a bunch of different locations. So that's one really cool way that I learn from other people, because of it's kind of like a networking opportunity for me. So I learn new things. I learned they talked to me a couple times today about different things that they have done on other railroads in the past that I will use sometime here. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I don't have very many guys that come around anymore that I get to talk railroading with and learn from. And I think that helps make our railroad better. When I learn, the more knowledge I have, the better I can do my job and save time and have new ideas that when problems go wrong, I know what to do in the future. So that is really neat. Besides, I love talking railroading with people. Used to get a bunch of guys in here I could get to talk railroading with, different contractors and stuff come in. Don't get that a whole lot anymore to do that. So this is a pretty cool day for me. All right. There you go. breaking the banding around the tie bundles. Do it up here so it's all in one place instead of doing it down track where you got those metal straps or whatever they're called strung out all over the place. Train just went through here. He's headed up to the prep plant, get more coal. So we got jumped out here. We was in the siding with the grapple truck, jumped out here, getting loaded up and going down and spreading these ties. We got one load spread already this morning. Excellent. Each new tie, and it depends on the species of wood. Once a creosote, they're really hard to tell what species of wood, but figure a good oak tie, brand new creosote, weighs around 200 pounds or close to it somewhere. So most new ties weigh between 175 and 200. All right. Well, look what we got here. I'm coming to work. It's over Bridge 9. Pretty neat how the sun's shining on them cars, huh? Can't see much. Or had the defroster on here. Pretty neat. There we go. Okay, said I'm in my own vehicle here, so I'm headed to work. And I got a problem here. Look at that. I have to go to the GMC dealer tomorrow and get that taken care of. Also has a service on the traction control check. There it is. Service traction control. We'll see what that's all about. Everything was just fine until 2 days ago. I started up in the morning and the lights come on. And the ABS light. Well, guess what? I'm sitting here at, this is the access road. Comes off of the main road into our milepost 8 siding. That's Gerard's Fork Road. Big well site up there. Huge. It's behind here. Yeah, access road to it. Comes in over there. Anyway, the grapple truck got a flat, or going flat tire, front tire, one of these front steering tires on his truck. So guy from a tire company somewhere in Pittsburgh, I don't know, is coming. He just called me for directions, so he's never been in this area before. But anyway, I'm sitting here waiting for him, so he knows where to come in. Apparently, he got the wrong directions from the Frontier company that called, Frontier Railroad, that called him and gave him the wrong directions. So we're gonna get that tire fixed, and the grapple truck's in there sorting through ties right now. But I don't know if we're gonna get back on track today or not. Depends on when this tire guy gets here, how long it takes him to fix the tire, and where the train's at. Okay. Well, we got our tire put on. The tire guy finally showed up. He got lost after I gave him explicit directions on how to get here. Anyway, train's at the mine loading, and we don't have enough time left in the day to get another load out on track, but he's got all those ties down there to move up. He can't reach them from the track, so he's got to move them up close to the track. So that's where we're at for today. All right. And I got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. My buddy will be out here with the grapple truck tomorrow. So, okay, we'll pick it up again next week, see where we're at. Alrighty. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. And hope you have a really good day.